Hello guys, welcome back to yet another video. And today you've all been waiting for this video to be released. Today we're going to start the challenge episode 2. So if you're new to this concept, then I will briefly explain it to you now. Basically, the challenge is a challenge provided by the community over on my Instagram. So a few weeks ago I launched a few polls asking you what type of photography I should do, at what location, how much time I get, and a certain theme and the camera type. And based on these results, I challenge myself to compete and beat the race against the clock and take some beautiful photos along the way. And the results for this episode of the challenge are the following: nature photography in the woods, and playing creative with light and contrast. So basically I'm waiting for the sunset and shooting with my Nikon DSLR camera over a time span of only 2 hours. And in addition, I should only move by foot and make sure I make it in time at home again. So 2 hours isn't too much. It was a really close call with 3 hours, but unfortunately it was 2 hours again. So without further ado, let's start the timer, start the clock. I'm going to put on my shoes and we will start this brand new episode of the challenge. I arrived at my first location. This is a very tiny part of a forest. It's no natural forest. People planted all these trees over here. Really quiet place. And as the sun is already setting behind me, this will create some beautiful light opportunities. So this might be really beautiful against the trees. Today's episode of the challenge, I'm hunting for orange tones of the sunset. I want to play around with the long shadows because the low position of the sun. And I would like to look for some water droplets and blue moody tones when the sun is setting. Oh, it's really muddy over here. Now, because I only have 2 hours, I already lost 18 minutes, so I still have 1 hour and 42 minutes. But the sun will set before the timer ends, so I might need to run at certain parts in between the shooting or I won't make it. I just found this perfect location. You can see the sunset behind me, and basically you can see these dead plants over here. There are still a few seeds growing onto the plant. Those brown tints really create a beautiful contrast against the sunset. And if you shoot into the light, you can play around with light and shadow really well. So that's one thing I'm going to do, and I'm using my Nikon DSLR camera like I said at the beginning of this video. Okay, these shots might be too dark, but at least I tried it. We might need to hurry a bit. I already lost a lot of time. And I still want to take this shot over here. These shadows are really long now. I just need to think about how I want to get them in frame. Let's try one shot like this. No, this ain't gonna work. No. Okay, think. All of my ideas now. Yes. Actually, there are some spider webs over here as well, but I'm looking for a big one because those are really... Oh, you see this tiny leaf? This one is really beautiful. Okay. Count. Oh man, it's so muddy. Oh. If you thought the first part of the challenge was challenging, well, moving through the forest is challenging as well. Once I get out of this part of the forest, this little forest, I'm moving towards the same forest as I'm used to shoot, but I want to hit that part of the woods right after sunset during blue hour. Actually, yes, these little flowers against the golden tones, yes, these are the type of shots I'm aiming for. I'm going to get a bit closer. Okay, this will do. I really hope I can manage to get out. Normally I could over here, oh, but this part is really overgrown. Okay, actually, these water droplets. Now I'm going to use my knee to stabilize my camera. Okay. And you really can get lost in this part. Okay. Luckily it's overgrown over here. This makes it really easy. Oh god. The cobwebs I needed. And a shot. I just did run into them with my face. Okay. But we just made it out of the woods again. I don't like the composition. I'm going to shoot it from the other way. Okay. Okay, that's it. This is also playing with light. Okay, this one turned out pretty well. I'm currently walking next to a castle. Fortunately, the hedge next to the castle is way too high to basically shoot anything from the castle itself. I could catch a glimpse, some reflections of the castle and the water. Because there's no wind, those are really beautiful. Fortunately, I can't shoot those today, and I'm not trying to turn this into another reflection video. So I'm going to speed up this video a bit and hurry up to the next location. Now I only have about 20 minutes left before the sun will set, and the road to the next part of the forest is quite long, so I don't know whether I will make it or not. So in case I'm in 10 minutes not in the next part of the forest, I'm going to shorten up my route and go for plan B. There's one little problem. There's a car that's in the way. I love the mysterious look of those Just one last photo in which I will crank up my f-stop even more. So basically I'm going to underexpose the shot. Yes, this is way too much underexposed, but I want to create that moody look in the final image. Now what I'm going to do, hurry up a little bit, take some shortcuts so we can make in time for blue hour, perhaps some part of golden hour. Look. Okay, that's enough for this part. I was going for that moody look. If you see this, and I hope you will be able to see it on the GoPro. God damn it. Okay. Currently have about 1 hour and 2 minutes remaining. So I will have to skip maybe 1 or 2 locations, and I'm afraid the most beautiful one won't be in this video. My god guys, I'm approaching the forest borders again. Look at the sunset. I can't believe I managed to walk this far in the previous part of the challenge, because right now I currently still have about 50 minutes left. Now the big difference is that last time I didn't manage to get in time back at home. This time I will try to follow the concept less is more, and just I'm gonna stand in the middle of this path. Yeah, to be honest guys, I'm not too happy with the results so far. First part in the forest was pretty decent, but right now had better photos before. My next shots will be those kind of mysterious, hopefully a bit foggy, themed photos of the forest. But that was basically what I was aiming for. I'm going to show you that blue hour is really interesting to shoot in the woods as well. I just arrived at the forest. We might be lucky. I might be able to still take a few photos of the sunset. The color scheme in the sky is really beautiful now. There are a few clouds playing with the lighting. I only have about 30 minutes left, so I won't have time enough. So I'm just going to walk a bit around this part of the woods. And then whenever I have enough of decent shots, I'm just gonna leave in time. So whenever I have 20 minutes remaining, I will just return home so I make it in time. hurry up, might be able to take one shot. Okay. Just one last shot. Let's call it a lucky shot. Okay. I'm going for one last shot. I'm running a bit because it's basically the entire video already. The smut is holding me back and slowing me down a lot. So if I don't make it in time, blame the rain. But I'm going for that one last shot. I only have about 15 minutes left, but I want it, I need it. So I'm not gonna vlog too much. I will switch up to the GoPro. I hope that footage will be usable. Okay, 2 more shots, guys. First of all, a silhouette. But what I wanted to do was shoot these trees. Maybe one shot looking up. Probably that might be a really cool one. Okay, yeah, we're done this one. Okay, we have the blue tones. Okay, I'm just gonna do one more in camera motion blur. Okay, that's it, guys. I still have 15 minutes left. Well, so I will have to hurry up to make it in time at home. Oh god, it's so slippery. Oh god damn it. If I now make one mistake and slip, then this is all over. Oh. Over and out. Now there were 2 options. Taking the short route, which might be a bit muddy and filled with puddles, or taking a longer one with a safe one. I just opted for the risky one, but the shortest. I guess it's about 1 kilometer, so in 9 minutes it should be doable. Every single shot, well, not every single shot, but I did write down an idea or 6 for this video, all into the theme of playing around with light and contrast. I guess I only turned 1 or 2 ideas from that list into a real photo. Oh god, my shoes are so dirty. Oh well. I'm not gonna lose a second challenge as well. Oh, God, my condition. But it's not impossible. Okay, my time's over, guys. You can't believe this. I did run for the entire last part, and I think my house is like 100 meters away from me. Seriously, it's just behind the corner. I guess I lost the second challenge again. Hopefully the third one will be better. So I'm just going to finish here the outdoor part, and I see you back in the office. Welcome back to my office, guys. It's a few weeks later. I'm almost through the edit. I only need to record this indoor part. So let's start. So first of all, I really hoped you liked this challenge. Unfortunately, I didn't make it in time back at home. Yeah, mainly I guess the biggest issue is that I shoot both my b-roll, my photos, do the walk, and shoot basically the entire video all in the time span of 2 hours. So please guys, give me in the next challenge a bit more time. Still need to show you the last photos, which are about 40 photos. As soon as I approached the last forest, I noticed that it was full moon that evening. So I took a few photos of the full moon as well. I didn't show that explicitly in the video, but it was already quite long. But I really played with blue hour in these photos. I played with the light of the moon and the blue tones of the sky. What better way to frame the moon than use some trees? So I did shoot this from the side of the forest, and then I took a few photos. So I'm going to pop up those photos right now on screen. And then we entered the deeper part of the forest, and I stepped onto that tree trunk and I took a few photos of the sunset. I had hoped for a bit of fog, but I created some fog in the edit as well, and I did add some moody tones to it. So here are some photos, and I didn't show you this part because my GoPro was not switched on at that part. But I took some silhouette shots of this large tree against the blue sky as well, which was really cool in my opinion. You can clearly see there's still some beautiful orange tones in the sky, and that was right before blue hour hit basically. I did go a bit more creative with this last shot, and I added some fake fog in the photo itself. And then I continued my walk through the forest and I shot a few more photos of the full moon. It really stands out from the blue sky, and the dark trees really create that mysterious atmosphere, and I really loved it. And then I started to panic a little bit because I had not too much time and I wasn't satisfied with the photos I already had taken. So that's why I did shoot a few in-camera motion blur shots. I call it paintography, basically because the photos look a bit like a painting. Now this technique is quite difficult, so I'm going to explain this technique more in depth in a future video. So I tried a few times this effect, and I think some of these shots are really cool. I will pop them up right now. Some are not too spectacular, but yeah, I was overall happy with these shots. And then I tried a horizontal in-camera motion blur photo, but that wasn't a huge success. Just to show you guys that not all my photos are always perfect. Out of the 250 photos I shot, I only picked about 70 to 80 photos, which I showed you all in this video. And then a lot of additional photos with the blue moody tones and a bit of fog, some in-camera motion blur. This photo, for instance, is a photo in which I added some fog in post. And then I did shoot the moon as well a few times through the trees. I really love how the branches of the trees interacted with the moon and framed it beautifully. So those are a few shots, a ton of shots. Then I tried to focus on the moon itself, which is really hard, especially because at full moon your camera will have a hard time to focus because of the dark environment, and the light of the moon basically is too bright, so it's hard to focus in automatic mode. So I had to focus this in manual mode. And then I went to that last spot. I still don't regret it, but if I didn't go to that last shot, I probably would have made it in time at home. But I really loved the little bit of light interacting with the tree here, as you can see over here in this photo. I took a few shots. I did take that look up shot, and then I tried to do one more in-camera motion blur shot, and the main reason why I wanted to go to that last spot was basically for this photo, and in the end I didn't manage to take a successful photo because basically what I wanted to do was make the trees taller by using the in-camera motion blur effect. So they have motion blur at the tree side, and then basically what I wanted to do was achieve a beautiful straight road in the middle, but it didn't work out. And that's it guys for this video of the second episode of the challenge. So this tour was quite small compared to my previous tour, and I'm still surprised that I managed to go this far the last video, but I was a bit surprised by the muddy paths and I lost quite some time to get to the first location as well. But that's one part of the challenge. So this time it's your turn, guys. I challenge you guys to try this challenge out by yourself. So the theme of this challenge is playing with light and shadow. You can go any way you want. You can use Photoshop, Lightroom, any editing you'd like, and I'd love to see all those photos at my hashtag, which is Inframesunday. I will post the link here right now. Speaking of hashtag Inframesunday, I still need to do my shout out, so I'm going to check out the hashtag Inframesunday over on my Instagram page right now. We will have a look at the recent posts, and I can see there are some new ones already, and I'm only gonna pick 2 of these, so don't be disappointed if you're not selected this time. I will pick every single week 2 people, and I still do the shout out on every single Sunday in my Instagram stories. Okay, and this first shot that catches my eye is this beautiful tree. I really like the moody tones, but the reason why it caught my eyes was basically the sun flare in that shot interacting with the tree. Really beautiful. So congratulations, Treff's Photos number 1. And then I'm gonna pick just another one, and I already know this one really stands out for me as well, because I really like the moody and dramatic atmosphere in the shot. I've been to that place myself last September, and it's really beautiful location for photography, but the way you framed the tower basically and the iron maze, because this is a maze, it's really beautiful. So congratulations, Silent Explorer. And that's it, guys, for this week's challenge and this week's Inframesunday. Like I said before, don't be disappointed if you're not picked for this week. I will do this every single week. The only thing that rests me to say is, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you didn't already, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment down below, and just remember, you don't need to be great to start, but start to become great. See you in the next one. Bye!